Welcome to map 2 between miou and ToD. It's still, of course, the IEM Season 1 playoff stage. And miou is down by 1-0 and miou's got the unfortunate spawn positions as he's the one spawning here on the right hand side with his expansion being close to ToD's spawn position, whereas ToD, who's spawning in the bottom, has his expansion or his natural expansion at least on the left hand side of his main base, which is pretty far away from miou. Of course, since this is human mirror, it's pretty likely that we're gonna see both of the players go for the fast expansion here on Lost Temple, as this more or less always been the standard to do so. And ToD, maybe he can try and play something out of the box since he's the one leading 1-0 here. But then again, this first map definitely showed that miou, especially in human mirror, is not to be underestimated. I mean, keep in mind that miou has won the German EPS 6 times in a row. At this time he already had won the finals for the 6th time in a row, and basically in German top Warcraft 3 at the time it was always between miou, Spell and Fire DE. So you had to be really good in human mirror if you wanted to be the best in Germany. And yeah, miou was AM once again for both of them. Scout farm here for ToD. miou sees that the spawn positions are not exactly in his favor. AM's soon to be spawning here. Let's see, miou's pulling back with the militia immediately. ToD having his first footman in position already, which sort of implies that he's gonna build this expansion. Or at least creep it at first and then probably build the expansion there. I love it when ToD engages in small talk. So yeah, both of the players creeping their natural expansion at first. And let's see if both of them are gonna go for the fast expansion. More footmen coming, I'm guessing, for both of them. Yeah, and miou with the Tome of Strength, and let's see what item is going to drop here. Close attack for him. Whereas ToD creeping slightly faster here, he's used an additional militia, using 4 of them, whereas miou only used 3. He's got the Ring of Protection. So a bit of an early game advantage for miou in the initial skirmishes. And yeah, both of them are building the fast expansion immediately. And ToD, let's see if he's going for the aggression or if he's going for the creeping in the middle. Then again, miou with the scout farm here, excuse me, of course, would be very well aware if ToD had decided to go for the aggression immediately, but ToD didn't. miou is gonna join him here. ToD getting a tiny bit of an XP advantage, which will probably be negated once the water metal goes down here, which is the case right now. Both of them more or less on similar XP. And since miou's down by 1 footman because he was supply blocked there for a little bit, I guess because this scout farm didn't finish in time, and because one of his footmen was already at half his HP, he's pulling back and he's giving ToD a little bit of time to at least finish the first little green camp here. But he's doing the same thing right now, sending the low HP footman back to the heal fountain, which of course provides free healing for both of the players early on, unless of course miou or ToD in this case would, for example, wake up the creeps with a fireball by his AM, which he could do, but now it's too late already since the footmen are back to almost full health already. The water mantle, yeah, does wake up the creeps right now. The last hit, I think, did not go to miou. No, it didn't go to miou. And yeah, another little skirmish breaks out. At this stage of the game, not really anything game deciding should be happening. Some harassment is gonna go on by miou. Maybe ToD is going to be forced to send a few militia over. By the way, tech-wise, neither of the players has started yet, so okay, both of them are taking it slowly. Probably gonna want to make sure to secure their expansions first, because of course on Lost Temple the paths are extremely long, so if you miss, wow, miou, just idling here with the footman. If you miss the opponent walking by and the expansion isn't properly secured, then that can very, very quickly cost you a lot. So playing overly greedy can definitely backfire. So now miou's getting the kill on one of the water medals, but ToD is closing in on level 3 already. If he's given the chance to get it for free, let's see if miou sees this and is walking up there right now. The Nullbrute is going to ToD, but the Ogre Mauler is not going to be as easy of a kill for the Frenchman, and he's pulling back. miou's gonna lose his first footman now as well. Or is he? Yeah, he is. And that's already enough for level 3 for ToD, and that is not good for miou in taking straight up fights. Luckily for him, ToD doesn't have the mana for another water elemental at the moment, and his footman got stuck there very, very unfortunately, but he gets the deny, keeping miou as far away from level 3 as he possibly can. The next footman is already getting into some trouble, so this is actually pretty decent for miou, even though it shouldn't be, like, say, on paper, but he's making the best out of this. Getting the kill on a couple of the footmen there, and oh wow, surround on ToD's water metal as well. So this, if he's able to get the kill, is not quite going to get him up to level 3 yet, but closer. Yeah, so he needs like one more kill. Except, oh miou, oh my goodness, yeah, okay. Fair enough, AM surviving at 7 HP here, just taking a quick poke at the fountain to heal up. And with the level up, he's at least back at 100 HP. That was super risky here by miou, but okay, I guess he knows what he's doing. ToD using the time that is given to him to march over to miou's expansion, and the towers are coming definitely too late here. He's, you know, purposely waited far away from the arcane tower until he was back up at 125 mana. Now the level 2 water metal is coming in, and miou is going for the harassment as well. Do see the old repair rate on the guard tower, which makes it super hard to cancel that one. The water metal and the footmen are trying to do so, but it looks like the guard tower is gonna come up at the same time. miou is pulling the militia here. ToD is doing a decent job, having his footmen here on hold position as well, forcing the gold peasants out of the mine. At the same time, ToD is doing okay with his militia, forcing miou to reposition. The first couple of defense footmen are taking care of all of the peasants as well, though, so both of the players suffering huge losses here at their expansions. miou is gonna lose another militia here, and even using call to arms here is bringing even his gold peasants, but so is ToD. And you know, we will see once the dust settles who's gonna come out on top here. ToD doesn't look like he's got a lot of militia remaining, but neither does miou. Both of them on super low economy at the moment. miou pulling back right now. The expansion is totally unprotected at this point. The guard tower, the arcane tower will be taken out very, very easily, whereas ToD still has the arcane tower and one guard tower remaining. Yet miou with 3 footmen remaining at the moment. ToD sending 2 of his low HP footmen back to the fountain, and he also has 3 footmen at miou's expansion at the moment. He's trying to go for the surround. Even if he did, I think with the low damage output of only 5 militia, I doubt that he would have been able to keep that one open. So MK out for both of the players actually, and both of the Mountain Kings heading to their expansion right now in order to defend it. The second guard tower of ToD has now also fallen, and the AMs are gonna have to be really careful, both of them. But ToD's AM's got a lot more HP. Bolt going on miou's AM right now, and he's gonna be forced to town portal here, I think, because the next bolt would be devastating. Let's just, okay, click the AM. Obviously, he sees that there is still mana, and he's gotta dodge right now, and he does so successfully. At the same time, miou's AM is actually taking plenty of damage. His Mountain King is actually taking plenty of damage. He's gonna die. At the same time, surround after the bolt on ToD's AM, and I think he's going to be forced to town portal as well. There's, I think, one more peasant needs to be killed. He's trying to keep the surround close. Actually, the water elemental of ToD is keeping the surround close here, and now he's forced to town portal as well. So at the end of the day, both of the players super low HP on their Mountain Kings, on their AMs, with miou being the one losing his Mountain King, and ToD's Mountain King still defending the expansion here, as miou still applying a bit of pressure here. And okay, 2 peasants here. This one is fully running. He's got a few lumber peasants as well. 1 arcane sanctum finished for ToD, 1 coming. miou is resaturating his expansion as well, getting also 2 arcane sanctums. Mountain King is just back now, and this both of the main bases, I think, running with too many peasants here. And also it's got a couple of lumber peasants, so this is looking very even at the moment. Let's just take a look at the XP. No XP for the Mountain King of ToD AM, almost level 5, whereas miou 4.5 and a bit of XP on his Mountain King. But ToD is not wasting as much time as miou. Here miou apparently feeling a little bit insecure, still sitting at his expansion, whereas ToD is going to the middle to creep the red camp immediately. The null, one of the null assassins going down, the null wardens both have been killed already, and now miou is going for some creeping as well. It looks like he's got fewer footmen remaining though. miou with only 2 footmen, whereas ToD 1, 2, 3 here at his creep camp, and he's got 1 scout footman here as well. But then again, miou splitting off a few of his footmen of his army. But with the first sorceress out already, I'm not sure how much damage this is actually gonna do. But then again, of course, all of the towers at ToD's expansion have gone down. So once again, like map 1, super action-packed here. Now for the first time, basically since the initial creep camps, both of the players are playing a little bit more passively. Healing wards for miou, who bought an invo potion and he scored as well. Town portal is on his AM, whereas ToD doesn't have a town portal. He found healing wards as well in the middle, as well as the greater mana potion. And he's got level 5 on his AM, which is huge, of course, with a level 3 water metal. So there's not a single corpse here, which means this harassment didn't do all too much by miou. His footmen are already being driven away, and the sorceress by miou has been taken down. I think this one was by ToD, so this might be the first caster of miou. No, 2 sorceresses are with the army already, and he's gonna want to secure a second expansion already, which could work very much in his favor or backfire at him. Eventually we'll see. Now town portal is being used by miou. He picked up energy pendant, and he send his, okay, it's peasants didn't get town portals with him, so he can build the expansion there. Eventually both of the Mountain Kings now level 2, but the level 5 on ToD with the 3 level 3 water metals is huge, and there is no dispel yet for miou. He's getting another priest at the moment, but no upgrade. He's not even building anything in that arcane sanctum, so he's probably given up on that one already. Heal ward used by ToD, plenty of casters streaming in for him. It's 52 supply against 63 from ToD, so as it appears he was able to get back from these heavy losses economy wise in the mid game better than miou, and therefore he's the one applying the pressure right now, and miou definitely feels that. 2 of his footmen are very low. Militia are being pulled. Is this call to arms? It's called to arms again. Yeah, miou has to try and hold this somehow, but the numbers are not in his favor. Now his AM is on level 5 as well. His Mountain King's got a bit of an XP advantage compared to the Mountain King of ToD. He's got the energy pendant and the invo potion as well, so he can go in here very aggressive. He just needs to make sure not to get bolted at a nice timing and killed. At the same time, the fronts of both of the players have taken some hits, especially miou has lost so many militia here. Is he even rebuilding? Yeah, he's rebuilding in his main base. At the same time, he's building the expansion, so super greedy, trying to get that one into play while holding this. Now the bolt comes with a nice timing, and he's actually getting the kill, so yeah, the one chance basically for ToD to get this Mountain King killed easily, and he successfully used it. So miou has to hold on here with only 1 hero. His AM is on 5.5 already, but ToD's AM is even closer to level 6, and he's got nothing remaining, miou does, except for 2 sorceresses and his AM at the moment, and those aren't gonna hold this push. 2 towers finished for ToD as well. The first arcane sanctum finally has been taken out, and it looks like miou is gonna lose all of his sorceresses right now. AM is pulling back. Of course, the slowed peasants aren't going to be of any use at the moment. 2 arcane sanctums are being rebuilt at miou's main base, but way too late. Of course, he used all of the militia early on to try and defend, but it didn't work out for him, and now he's gonna suffer for it. Let's just see, yeah, the first expansion of miou is not running anymore at all. The second one is running with the 3 peasants that he brought up earlier. Let's see, is there a bolt? There's no bolt for ToD, so miou can pull back here, buying a heal potion, can even walk all the way back into his base. But what good is that gonna be? miou's got nothing. He's at 24 supply against 67, against a huge load of breakers. The next bolt strikes the IEM, and let's see if he is going to be able to use the potion in time. He is, but still, that shouldn't change anything here. Another call to arms used by miou. Of course, he wants to try and hold this somehow, because he's got the second expansion, which is now about to be fully saturated. But at the same time, of course, his first expansion is not useful anymore at all. And ToD, with the level 6, using mass teleport to get deeper into miou's base, and he's going to be able to kill the IEM right now. There's no way in hell he can get out. He's taking his sweet time killing the water elemental here. And ToD doesn't even want to kill the IEM prematurely. He wants to get rid of the altar, but the Mountain King comes out nevertheless, and he's probably even going to be able to kill ToD's Mountain King here. But, you know, ToD just wants to finish the game here. He shouldn't be able to, or miou shouldn't be able to get out of this anyway, as ToD with his breaker is closing the gap here. He passed the invo potion from the Mountain King to the IEM, and alright, fair enough, not killing his opponent's Archmage. Teleporting down here, killing the Town Hall first. I think at this point, I guess ToD knows that this game is totally over. miou at still 23 supply. Excuse me. His Mountain King has to be revived again. miou with a couple of ivory towers trying to secure his main base here. And I guess, yes, this is going to be where ToD is going to take his second expansion. In the meantime, he's still tier 2, he's not going tier 3 or anything this time. Of course, ToD has to rebuy his, or to revive his Mountain King as well. Obviously, there's no tavern here on Lost Temple, therefore reviving the heroes is taking some time. Dispel on the water metal immediately. And these towers should not come up if ToD isn't completely, you know, making a horrible decision. But even if they did, shouldn't matter at all. But ToD is just quickly going to cancel them while being constructed. MK about 2/3 back, and ToD reached level 7, and he scouted this expansion now as well, which is going to die because miou's got nothing to defend it. And there is the GG by the German. Of course, he was hoping that somehow with that second expansion he was, you know, he could come back. I think, again, a very good game here by both of the players. Very, very action-packed in the mid game, as both of the players were harassing their opponent's expansions and killing plenty of their opponent's peasants, or militia as they were at the time, with ToD coming out slightly on top, which I think for miou was very, very difficult to actually be aware of, as even from an observer's perspective, it's difficult to put together all the pieces after such a huge exchange on both of the players' expansions, with their economy suffering, their heroes being in danger, their second heroes coming out, their tech, well, how do you say, their tier 2 structures coming into play. And yeah, ToD was just able to get a little bit of an army advantage. He also grabbed the bigger camp afterwards, and I think miou making the wrong call there to go for the second expansion instead of investing everything he's got into a bigger army, because I think if he did so, he would have had 3 more militia, and he would have had the resources, you know, to instead of building the expansions, get, say, 2 more breakers immediately, and that could have obviously made a huge difference. But as the game went, miou decided to go for the second expansion, and it didn't pay off at all in the end, and therefore ToD is leading 2-0, and the third map is going to be Turtle Rock